Hello and welcome back to Prov 356. This is episode number 13 on the Valguero map. As you can see, I've added to my house up there. My son says that somehow I made it look even more like a wizard's house. I don't mind that. That's okay by me. The reason I put another floor up here, well, our libraries was running out of space. We had our two bookshelves right here. So you're greeted by this giant wall of glass to bring in natural light while you're reading. You have a piano here, which I could start it to playing some music. Select music. Let's go for... Why can't I just do all of Ark? Play random. I wish I could make it just play all of Ark. Hopefully that won't be too loud in the video. Okay, so up here you're greeted by this. This is the library. You have the fireplace in the middle, surrounded by 4 chairs, and you got one in the back. Now this one back here, I put here in honor of my son. This is where he would be. I did put some rugs down. They don't seem to be working well with the skin of the Frontier pack, and I need to paint them so that they're not just brown. Over here, saddles. They're arranged alphabetically. That way we can add to them. It only goes to this one. Eventually we'll fill all 3 of these up. Over here we have armor. We start off with cloth, desert cloth, and hide. And then over here we have chitin through riot. And then over here we have our specialty armor. Our ghillie, our hazmat, and our scuba. And of course our shields also. In fact, we need this shield right here today. Over here we have our tools. And then over here we have our weapons. Now you may have noticed a couple of blueprints in my inventory. We have the sword we found. This is the reason I decided to tame megaraptor today. Well, hopefully we get it done today. It's a torch. A blueprint for a torch. And then also this helps. And also this helps. You see, I have an ideal. And this one that we got in the red cave drop down in the artifact cave, the button cave. So we have some blueprints I need to work on. Now the first thing we need to do is go get us a Quetzal. We don't have a flyer we can actually shoot from its back. However, our wyvern kin, we can get up in the air if they haven't patched it out again. Where are you at, wyvern? There you are. We can get up in the air. I gotta stop flying directly at this gate. And then I can just hop off and stand on its back and shoot. Now, as long as I'm not too close to the ground, then it doesn't try to land. So we're going to get us a Quetzal today. And then we're going to use that Quetzal in combination with all that other stuff to tame us a megaraptor. Now, you might be wondering, why a Quetzal? Well, you see, if you get some turrets and... well, not regular turrets, but the cyberstructure turrets. You can tell them what you want them to exclude and what you want them to include. Inclusion list or an exclusion list. And so what I plan to do is get us a Quetzal and hover it over a megaraptor and tell it to not attack megaraptors anymore. Save that. And then... that way, nothing will interrupt our megaraptor. We'll just have turrets taking out anything but the megaraptor. I'm thinking this will work. I'm not 100% sure. The shield is to protect me, just in case. And then the torch is, of course, to tame the megaraptor. That's my plans. Ooh, we got a tape jar saddle. Now, you may have noticed as I was just flying to this drop that there's a tape jar with 2 babies. What level are you, tape jar? Please be a good level. Please be a good level. A 145. Oh, yeah. There's another tape jar up there. A 145 and a 140. Come on, Ark. Come on. Now, you may have noticed this structure here. This is not my structure. But this is my structure. Because I switch my character on and off of the map quite frequently. When I'm recording, I have this character, the Prov 356 character. But when I'm playing for fun, I have my personal character that I play with. This is his base. You see, it's yellow. I can't get in it. Or maybe I can. Maybe I left it unlocked. I did. You stay here. Now, it was over there in the redwoods at the beaver dam, actually by the green obelisk, by the beaver dams, but it was stopping them from spawning. So I found this place, and I decided to build here. Not me, not the Prov 356 character, but, you know, my personal playthrough. Here we have a floor up here. There is another floor, but I can't see. These awesome elevators don't seem to be working for other players. I made it public, but it doesn't seem to be working for public. That's all right. That's fine by me. And then over here you have another room that has an elevator up. All right. So let's get out of here. The reason I saw this and think it's one of the best spots. I wish we'd have found this with the actual recording before we found out there in the White Cliffs, because you see, you can block it off with some gateways. There and there has natural bridges. Here it does not have a natural bridge, but I made one. But nothing could get into your base. You don't have to build it off on a plateau. It's its own thing, and it's got plenty of room to breed. If you choose to build here your own self. The location is 58.4 by 32 by 82.3. 58.5 longitude by 82.2 longitude. One of the best places. You can go right down there is the White Cliffs. Right over there is a green obelisk. But it's a plateau that has two natural bridges that you can block off easily with one dino gateway. Actually, this is not a dino gateway. This is a barn door, a large barn door, and then two walls. But I only needed the dino gateway because, as you can see, I extended it with ceilings. But see, you could block it off with just a dino gateway, just one dino gateway. And then the same thing on this side right here, this natural bridge. Okay, now I gotta go find us a Quetzal. Do I tame that 145 tape jar? I mean, we have a wyvern. Tape jars are my favorite flavor on all of the Ark. And then it's probably the griffins. Or maybe it's the griffins in the tape jars. So first thing I do is I'm going to go over to the redwoods and try to find a Quetzal. Now, I know I've seen the Quetzal on this map, even on this this playthrough, the Ark Ascended playthrough. I don't remember where we saw the Quetzal, but I remember we saw a Quetzal. This direction. There you are. Does it have a baby? It does. Well, first let's tell our wyvern to be peaceful. That means it may attack, which will be great. Okay, let's get our trank arrows. Now, because it has a baby, it might attack, which would be great. That means I won't have to chase it. Nope. Oh, no. Is it going to fall asleep over the water? No, it's not. But that does mean that if we can get the mother... Actually, that's the father. If we can get him, then we can get his baby and breed the two. Come on, Care. Let's go get us a Quetzal. Swing about. And it's down. Quick, wyvern. Blow everything away from here. Everything. We gotta be able to see. Get out of here, Parasaur. You'll draw in predators. Alright, I think we're good. Let's give it the... Actually, before we give it the kibble, let's wait a little bit and see if its baby comes down here, because I would like to get his baby so that way I don't have to tame a second one. So I'll hang out here on the back of the wyvern so that way I can see if any predators come. Okay, I have eyes on a megaraptor. I have my Quetzal set up. Let's go ahead and turn our turret on. Now this turret, I have a generator on foundations, on a foundation, and then some pillars, small thin pillars going out either direction so it's behind the wings so that way it always shoots. And then these are cyberstructure turrets, so they only target, or they target everything but the megaraptor. So we're just gonna have this thing hover over, and I guess I should get my hotbar back up. And we're going to actually drop down and try to tame this thing. So you come to the spike with a torch in your hand, and you do this. You hold E on it, on the PC, and it will start this mini game. Now my character is tied to that spike, and I can only go left or right. So you're normally supposed to stand still and wait for the megaraptor to attack and then bop it, and it increases its torpidity. I am just going to start walking. I saw a tip of this. I forget what YouTube channel it was. Hopefully Editing Prob will find out. And see, every time you miss the hit, it loses torpidity. When you get the hit, it gets torpidity. But I saw somebody do this online. It helps if you have the volume all the way up on effects. Because then you could hear it walking, you could hear it shriek right before it hits you. But if you go in one direction like this, it makes it very easy to tame. Because it won't attack from that direction to my right. It's always going to attack from the left. Or so the guide said that. But it seems to be working. We've got it almost halfway. Now the better your torch, the more torpidity you deal with each swipe. And the torch is not a normal torch. You can't just... Oh, we missed that one. The torch is not a normal torch. In that you can't just smash, smash, smash. You can't button mash it and cause it to go faster. It's only going to hit... it has a cooldown, basically. It forces the torch to have a cooldown after every attack. It's actually a fun way to tame something. Although this walking in circles may bother some people. And you can remove the fog. If you type in the fog command, it supposedly removes all this forced fog. But it's not as bad as I thought it was. I was trying to stay away from content about Ark, so that way I could be fresh about the Valguero. But it's been long enough. And I was waiting to tame one of these until I found the blueprint of a torch in a drop. Actually, I think I got out of a cave drop. A cave loot crate. I don't think it came out of a drop. But you can get torches out of drops. Usually around the White Cliffs area is where you can get it. Oh, we missed that one. That would have put him out too. That would have put it down. Oh, it's a him. It's a male 140. I forgot to mention that. There we go. Now, our gunship up there is keeping us clear. Keeping the area clear from everything else. Because as you can see, there's some Deinonychus nests over there. These guys spawn all over the redwoods. I mean, all over. Well, they do spawn in the redwoods, but they spawn all over the White Cliffs area. So, do I have my kibble? Or do I need to go home and get it? I do not have my kibble. Alright. Well, I gotta go home and get some kibble. And then I'll bring you guys back when we get this thing bred up. We'll take it out for... No, you know what? This is a good place to end it. Right here by this spike. Yeah. I don't like the glistening effect it has on its skin. The iridescence. That must be some buff it's got. I'd be more happy if the buffs didn't do that kind of stuff. Like if they made it a physical thing. Like instead of it having that shimmering effect right there, if while it has that buff, if those feathers on its head stood straight up instead of laying down. They did that with the rock drake. The rock drake has a buff that it gets when it gets around nameless, when it gets around reapers, and its feathers stick up. It doesn't glow like that. I don't like buffs that make creatures that shouldn't glow. Now, if this was, you know, a bioluminescent creature, then okay, I could understand the glow. I still don't like it, but I can understand it. But on a creature like this that doesn't have any bioluminescence, it makes no sense for it to be shimmering. Anyways, I'm gonna go home, get the kibble, and then bring you guys back. Actually, I'm gonna get these nests first. Because, I mean, the fluffy raptors are not gonna come to me because, well, I have the gunship up there, watching over us. That is the child of the one we tamed. Oh, there's a water vein right here. You can get a drink of water. Alright. If I take the Quetzal away, other creatures might come in. So, I may have to take my Deinonychus home to get the kibble. Okay, I think it's up here. I mean, I was going by where my Quetzal was above it. Oh, there's two nests here. Did this spawn while we was gone? I mean, it must have. This is the. No, that's a Doedicurus. Oh, there's another nest right here. Were these here when we were here, or did they spawn in while we were gone? Because the one that we got the egg from is still here. It's this one, right? Yeah, that's the first one. They stay for like a minute and a half. After you take the egg. Although that one on that one episode stayed for like 20 minutes. Okay. Now you can use a lower level kibble. I just use extraordinary kibble. On this map, it's easy to get extraordinary kibble because these guys, you can use their eggs to make extraordinary kibble. So, on this map, it's easy to get extraordinary kibble. You're only going to have half of that. I don't think you'll need all that. But, well, it looks like it's only going to take 3 feedings. Well, excellent. I like that. Now, that may not be 3 feedings unofficial. I don't remember what my taming rates are. I think it's like 3 times that of normal. So that means it would have took 9 kibble. I mean, I don't know. It took how many it took. So, let's go home, breed them up. Actually, we'll end the episode here. Let me get a look at you. Let me get a look at you here in the sunlight. Ooh, I like the yellow and the red on the feathers. Hopefully that stays in your color line. So you got... Let's drop that. Let's get the Quetzal down here. Come back down here, Quetzal. And you can land and we can... no, let's not turn the turrets off just yet. So, it's got feathers like the Deinonychus. It has stripes on its face. And it looks like it has so stripes on its face. It has a color scale system going down the middle of its body. It's got big old claws. Almost like a Therizina's claws. It's got big old feet. Although it's missing the toe that it can raise up. I guess that's just the regular raptors. No, because the Deinonychus have it also, don't they? Yeah, they do, right there. So it doesn't have that toe. Its tail feathers at the backs. Its feathers at the back go out. That's cool. You're cool looking. I'll give you that much. Alright. We'll call it here. I think it'd be fitting to get the torch out, wouldn't it? So, we did it. We got us a Quetzal, turned it into a gunship to protect the megaraptor that we would be taming. So that way it would kill anything but the megaraptor. Then we found us a megaraptor. We tamed it. And that's an episode. Short episode. But a lot went on behind the scenes that you guys didn't see. Like I had to get another Quetzal and breed it. And then, of course, build all that stuff on its back. And then I flew around forever trying to find a megaraptor. And I couldn't find one. So, this is the first one I found. And it just so happens to be a 140. So, thank you all for joining us. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, post a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on how the Valguero map is going. This is episode number 13. Next episode, I think we're going to go down into the aberration area and get some swimmers or something like that. And then we might start mutating our creatures. I don't know. We'll see. But that'll be next episode. This episode is over. Above all else, people, above all else, trust in the Lord.